This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Good evening, your partner host, and of course, this is the first ever show anniversary for some sort of, you know what, this happens actually because what we're going to do is to have this here. And unfortunately, I haven't configured this one. Well, good evening to all of us. You're now watching DPinFocus live session, which is in the form of first ever anniversary here. And so while waiting for the comments here, yes, of course, for those who are on Facebook, it's hereby simulcasted all throughout DP24 Education, DP24 RTS, and accessibility at pages. Of course, we are live also on DP24 GTV YouTube channel. Hopefully, so there would be an output here. I'm not so sure that why there is some sort of, erratic reception. But of course, if you're watching on YouTube, then here we are. Let's switch over to the secondary camera. And since we're all live on here and on time, hopefully it would be as much clearer than it. And of course, we're still live. And of course, we will be going to have some sort of soundtrack or background music here. Of course, we are all going to have a new normal, better normal way of celebrating, but sadly, there's an earthquake last night. Close to Davao region and Saskatchewan region. Hopefully, I might have to send you a clear message that we have to be safe as much as possible. So sad to hear this news, writer, and I'm very concerned with regards to, safety practices, and as much as possible, I might have to give you some sort of a better reception or better connection with you guys, especially if you're, safety advices, and of course security advices, and even a self-help engineering approaches. Last year, the show has been started with some sort of technical difficulty while I have to execute through this kind of live streaming software, the OBS Studio. And of course, if you're watching on Facebook, watch. Then StreamYard watermark survive placed automatically right after the DP24 G logo. And of course, hopefully everyone is safe and sound, not only on the structure itself, but also for the, for ourselves as well, and for our family, friends, loved ones. But one thing's for sure is that we will be going. Okay, we are going to switch over to another microphone because we have some sort of technical errors. But of course, don't you worry, because this laptop right now has a series of microphone array that would be heard over. But of course, if technical capabilities would permit us, then we should have to balance it right away. And of course, special thanks to Data Ellen from ABB Echo, especially for this wonderful laptop upgrade. Might as well be ASUS and even HP for the laptop, printer. And by the way, here's the disclaimer, guys. It's not a sponsored thing right here. Might as well that we have to step up the technical capabilities here. As far as you have seen me on the screen, Philippine Standard Time, it's now 19:55. And of course, we would be having to use the camera right here in the form of this phone, and also the camera here at the center, and this condenser microphone system that has been purchased last year, or should I say December, which is a month ago. Might as well that we have to maintain the child-friendly theme, as if you have noticed something on the camera here, this show is rated PG, of course, to those parents right there. we should discuss all together with your kids on what I have been saying about. Might as well that we should have a good relationship with one another despite those challenges that we face head on. And of course, we should be very serious about the safety protocols. By the way, here's the disclaimer. This is not a sponsored one, but I would rather give a shout out to our dear sisters, especially Sis Casey and her loved one or loved ones, and also to Catherine's faith with love. By the way, this is not a sponsored one. Might as well that we should be very serious on these matters that we are faced head on. And of course, what I have learned about this pandemic disaster is that we should have to wear those personal protective equipment like this mask and face shield. Of course, oh my goodness. And of course, hard hat if you're an engineer or construction worker or even a guest on those hazard zones. Don't forget this watch. Also the extra mask in case there would be additional health precautions that are needed. And if you're working at home or doing a class at home, I should recommend you to buy a proper microphone equipment like this one, the condenser microphone system. And I'm going to test it out on this thing right here. So please listen. Of course, if you can hear me right away, then it is okay to listen to this one. Hopefully the drop frames will be prevented. But however, there would be an instance where there would be some sort of buffering that you might encounter. So if you have any difficulties in receiving such live stream, don't forget to tune into DP24 video because I might have to upload the weekday edition coming out from this live session. And actually, we should start at 2000 hours, but I would rather start it as early as possible so that I could share it with you. Most interesting and inspiring memories that maybe someday would turn into a better situation. special thanks to Sir Joaquin Carod for this background music piece. And of course, we should have to undergo self-regulation, especially if we're going to watch the live stream. Might as well that we have to, you know, go through the proper and better way of living. And since we are at this pandemic, of course, safety is of highest concern. Unless it is necessary, we must have to stay at home. And if the ECQ or SECQ, which stands for Strict Enhanced Community Quarantine, we have to shelter in place right away. Of course, strict enhanced community quarantine is still in effect for Tuguegarao City. Moderate enhanced community quarantine is still in effect for Borongan City. So residents right there, we must have to take this message seriously, since we are still at the pandemic disaster that we are facing right now. And I have still receiving some updates at any time, anywhere. Of course, we have to do our part very seriously. And so, without further ado, let's have some sort of a better announcement right here. This would happen for tomorrow, DP24 on reflections. It might get delayed since I have to, attend once again this Bible timeline course, workshops, and so on and so forth. And if ever that I might be into both of these sessions, the one is from the the workshop would be on this PC that I'm holding right now or using right now. Might as well that we have to take this part seriously, since we are about to start this 2021 right away with a clearer vision. Hopefully, I could graduate someday. But if you can't hear some part due to some sort of interruption, then I'll upload the contents part on DP24 Radio. It's all on Spotify, iTunes. And here's the good news. All DP24 archives are hereby uploaded through DP24 Radio on Verbal. That's Victor Uniform Lima or Victor Uniform Romeo Bravo Lima. And might as well that we have to take this vision and mission seriously as I'm approaching into the internship in the form of thesis studies. Might as well that I might have to be graduated on time. And as far as I know, I might have to take the academics seriously. Of course, I might have to check out first emails, might even so that everything is planned. Maybe there would be more surprises on the way as I have to head into this scenario of a better citizen. And of course, digital transformation is inevitable already. And as such, I'll be heading into Ascenso, Pilipinas this 28. And I'm still checking all those emails. Of course, maybe have reminded me to do some sort of action for the documentations and other stuff that are needed. Might as well that I might have to continue this podcast. And one more thing for sure is that what I have learned from the podcast log on is that we have to love the medium. And of course, we have to be consistent enough. Of course, plan to execute. If all of these things would be failed to plan right away, then there would be a problem already. Might as well that transfer of residents from the international capital region to somewhere else in the province would be hard at first due to the transportation issues. But now, hopefully, for those coming from so big, would end it right at either North Luzon Express Terminal or Valenzuela Gateway Complex. For those coming from the U or San Fernando in Pampanga, and by the way, the U is closest to Clark, so please take note of it. And we have to be very serious on what would it be a betterment for, you know, betterment for not only for ourselves but also for the betterment of our country as well. And so we are heading this to a betterment of the podcast per se, both on the live and also on the, on the radio itself. Sometimes, if there would be some changes in the connection and it becomes red, maybe the software is telling me to either change into the LAN or better yet, a much better modem router itself. And this new upgraded laptop from DP24 WEEKDAYS has a Wi-Fi 6 certification, meaning to say that we are now ready to face future. Might as well that the current connection here in DP24 base is still at the Wi-Fi 4, which is equivalent to the November or something like the capability that needs to be upgraded as soon as possible. Moreover, if there would be a better means to do some sort of a broadcast operations, then we have to do the upgrading seriously. Maybe I should have to switch over to LAN or the wired method. So please stand by. Well, of course, we should have to take this technical stuff very seriously so that we could continue on the end of, this podcast, this live session, amidst the challenges that we are facing head on, since we are not
certain that what future lies ahead of us, might as well that we have to do a serious talks. Sometimes it might okay. I thought there would be a problem here, but we have to try these things out. Microphone from the or through wired method have a difficulty. But anyways, for next week, I might have to discuss once again on what could it be the next episode, but I have a planned one. Next week would be more of the resumption to normal, better normal way of life. And this Valentine's season, 5 love languages, love advices, and the live session proper, love advices as well. And then I might have to share some stories behind this online dating that I have been through. Hopefully she would jump back in and join on this live session as well. And on March, the surprises that I have executed that I have tried to share last year, but for some difficulties in the technicalities, I have to do some sort of remasters, and I have to split into these two parts, part 1 and part 2, and might as well that we have to make this a serious one. Sooner or later, we could meet at the right place and at the right time once again. It's all over, you know, almost 10 months ago, 3rd of March 2020, before the pandemic happened, and 7th of March 2020, the last day of the feast SM Dasma before it turned into, you know, all online. And you know what? Due to confidentiality agreements that I have with some sort of agreements that I have to sign, I'm not going to disclose too much, as this would break with the rules of privacy and confidentiality. And might as well that we have to avoid some sort of legal issues. And of course, this whole production is served by, you know, copyrighted, owned, and operated media. And I'm hopeful that everybody would rather cooperate and I'll try to manage this one. Streaming got interrupted for the YouTube. It got interrupted. Hmm. Of course, we're trying to resolve some technical issues that we have experiencing. The gaps would be cut off on the condensed format on DP24 radio. Of course, on this part, it's still as usual, but for some reason, it get too blurry. But I have to switch it over to the secondary camera. But of course, this phone, if you can see it clearly, then we have to take this one as an example wherein I have to hook it up with the Arion application both on this phone and on the PC as well.
Might might as well that we have to take this one very seriously for this, you know, audio system. I'll be using the microphone array for the StreamYard feed, and of course we have to use the condenser mic that is being hooked up to Droidcam virtual audio system. Wait, master encoding preset. there's something wrong with, you know, what I got distracted is that the encoding reset. Wait, give me a second. I'll be going to fix some sort of technical issues after this live session. I do apologize for technical issues that I have encountered, but hopefully there would be manpower here for, you know, opening such live stream. Might as well that there would be a good communication and technical thing that I haven't before. But moreover, if the please listen Dasma media, they would take some time to, you know, do some sort of random tests that is needed right here with this PC for the live stream and the eyes for the PowerPoint presentation for the Pro presenter. Then I'll be very glad to introduce you all. But then again, like with the media ministry, it's too hard, especially if there are last minute changes or missing phones that are needed to install. Then there would be a, or should I say, a technical issue that needs to be addressed right away. Hopefully, for next week, I might have to divert into StreamYard so that I might not be needed to face technical issue once again. But still, we're rated PG here. So I'm going to fix everything as much as possible. And by the way, before I let you go and have some sleep here, maybe I have to announce this one. Or if you're wondering on why I haven't announced it yet, of course, there are several processes that needed to be undertaken because if in case of the academic schedules that might cause a problem, maybe I might have to schedule on the X announcement. And of course, if you're wondering on why I have uploaded the, Wednesday Bible study block, which happens every Wednesday at 18:30, starting with the SM Dasma Bible study opportunity, followed by the AWJPxSOS group, and of course, don't forget to follow, like, and share DP24 on Facebook, Instagram, OpenStreetMap, Twitter, and also don't forget to watch DP24 GTV on YouTube primarily, and also on Kumu and TikTok, wherein for the TikTok, I might have to do a 1-minute or short video clips that might inspire you a lot. And so we have to also listen to the video on your favorite podcast providers rather. And of course, please be reminded that not all these activities are about it. As DP24 Focus Live session served by observing National Autism Consciousness Week. And if you have missed the sessions of the Autism Society Philippines, kindly head over to Autism Society PH FB page. And of course, I have a story that might have to be disclosed in yesterday's webinar session. Sadly, another webinar that was supposedly be attended that missed due to full capacity reasons, given that a certain webinar might be limited to a certain persons or number of persons that have needed to be registered first. And of course, it's too hard to manage those live streaming videos and also technical at the same time. Sooner or later, if I got graduated, I might have to revert everything to, the previous versions. But anyways, the recorded version will be uploaded. Don't you worry, guys. Tomorrow, don't forget to tune in to DPonreflections live diary session, wherein I have to share the reflection side on what have happened on our past 5 days instead of the usual, you know, the Catholic style needs to be encouraged here, since we have to do more of the Catholic stuff, like the orasyon in theater against the COVID-19. Might as well that prayer. I'm not 100% sure if this would happen in real time. As far as you know, starting from my elementary years, I got fluent English, since there are school policies that requires us to speak only in English, where in fact we are technically here in the Republic of the Philippines, that Filipino should be spoken enough, but for some reason, wherein due to the associated disabilities that I have, wait,
Supposedly that we should have to speak in our native language, but
things got different on my end, whereas we are speaking here in English for the international audience, especially audiences abroad, like in US, UK, Australia, and even Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Japan, and even most European countries as well. And as we are concluding this first anniversary show, oh my goodness, my God, gratifying once again while we are in the middle of the live session, but apologies for some background noises that you might be heard. Might as well that we have to undergo a better style of podcasting here. I might only using this data for this week, both on Facebook Watch and YouTube. Since we're still on the test broadcast, we might have to undergo a good live stream sessions. And we're still on the recovery phase brought by the pandemic disaster. So I have wanted to go out of this phase in order to, you know, go for the eat out, but for some reason I been experiencing once again the anxiety, depression, and even obsession, perfectionism. But don't get me wrong, because I've been through tough times, including insecurities that have been getting through in my mind. But hopefully, this would be resolved at the soonest time possible. Of course, we are still awaiting for another upgrades, since we have to undergo a better management. And of course, once the IATF and PICC have allowed the reopening of the university or college, hopefully I could go back to the university where I have experienced some sort of, you know, reviews and even taking some sort of online mapping. At the library itself, using the old laptop that I'm holding on. But due to the problems that I might be facing when using the laptop or the old laptop, and might be unresponsive than it should be, then this year I might have to discontinue using the old laptop, and I'll only using it for the presentation purposes in that case. So I'm still using OBS for the camera switch. And hopefully I might have the switcher equipment that I might have to press into the specific camera just like my certainly may have done in order to stream it directly from various cameras with the automated setting into this PC as well. And of course, we have to be careful on what we are saying, especially if it's on air and online. And as much as possible, no explicit content should be allowed, especially in Baguio City, they have anti-profanity ordinances that even podcasters, broadcasters, journalists, and even writers have to be careful about it. Still, it's illegal for others to commit some sort of saying such foul or vulgar words. And of course, being a university student myself, that once you got caught misbehaving by the head of the student affairs office, might get summoned immediately into the office. And if you are experiencing some sort of technical errors that I have experiencing right now with the red light here, maybe I should have to re-upload this on over DP24 video in order for me to get in a better listening position, and I'll upload first the disclaimer that it has to be condensed. And what I'm thinking about is that being a single myself, that it should be enjoyable while waiting for the right time to love someone. That, you know, I'm considering also a video call if she would allow it, and then we should have to do some sort of vlogging that I might be into it. And of course, as much as possible, I have to use the software that is being authorized under my name. And hey, it's against the law to use all sorts of pirated software under the intellectual property code. Might as well that we have to take care of our PC as well against some sort of threats against the malware that may cause some sort of technical issues. And of course, we have to set everything right. And so this has been your dear Paul saying we have to focus, inspire, love, and motivate anytime and everywhere. Be safe, be well, stay safe and dry, and you are done. This is Son and
If you like it, don't forget to subscribe by clicking on the circular part at the center of this video frame. Don't forget to click or tap the notification bell for the future live shows and vlogs that may happen. Don't forget to watch the previous videos on both sides, close to this circular portion. Always remember to be safe, be well, stay sane and dry, and you are loved.